We know China's economy is doing well, but where do the raw materials come from and what happens to those countries that supply them? China imports a lot of its oil from African countries. Africa is now being hyped by a major industrial power rather than treated as a basket case. This is a good thing if you're a country like Sudan, whose supplies oil and whose GDP grew by 12% in 2006. But to secure access to that oil, the Chinese offer aid and other financial incentives. For example, in Angola in 2006, the Exim Bank gave the Angolan government $2 billion in exchange for oil. China is now one of the major aid givers to Africa, but in seeking returns on that aid is acting like any other donor. In the producer countries, we now have governments receiving these large sums of aid, plus the rents from oil. This should be a good thing, but many of these governments are not accountable to their people. In Sudan, most of the oil is found in the southwest of the country, which has been in a civil war with the Khartoum government. Very little of the wealth goes back to the south, and they suffer all those environmental consequences of oil extraction. So we get an increasing inequality between the wealthy political elites and the poor. Many Western commentators rightly argue that China has prolonged the civil war in Sudan. But what's somewhat hypocritical is that all countries interested in Africa's resources, now and in the past, have contributed to impoverishing Africans and destabilising governance. So if they're going to start pointing fingers at the Chinese, they should also take a long look in the mirror themselves.